Hello everybody and welcome back to the Dragon's Library. So today we are going to be talking about John Wick 4, and for better this time, it's not going to be that long a review. But it is going to be something interesting to talk about. It's something that I really enjoyed watching, just to get my opinion out the right way. So let's get into this. Now, if you don't know what the John Wick movies are, it's pretty simple on paper. Basically, you have a secret world of assassins. This guy called John Wick, who's played by Keanu Reeves, who can do no wrong, is a retired one. He is like the ultimate assassin. Some idiot kills the dog his wife left him after she died from cancer or something, and he goes on a revenge spree. And then he gets dragged into one adventure and another adventure, and he literally just cannot get back to his old life. His old life is ruined, and now he's just got to kill a bunch of people. So that's really all you need to do. Basically, there's this order of high table members who are like the heads of like the secret underground assassin rings. And for various reasons, John Wick is now declared a dead man. But he's also like the best murderer on the planet. So no one can kill him despite all the people they keep trying to get to kill him. And at this point, it's movie number 4 now. So they're at their wits' end. And so John is looking for a way to finally get himself break free, finally allow himself to like repay his debt or whatever, and get the high table on his back. Meanwhile, the high table have assigned both a overseer, someone to go, oversee the killing of John Wick. I believe he is called the, Marquise. And the Marquise is like, alright, we're gonna grab Kane. He's like the second best assassin in the world. He's a blind former high table assassin. He was an old friend of John Wick. And like John Wick, he is also forced out of retirement at the threat of destruction of his normal life. So we get to see these two assassins try and fight each other while John tries to put together some kind of political / pseudo-ritualistic way for him to finally break away from the high table's debt and go. I'm not going to spoil it because like his life is just so fucked up at this point. It's movie number 4, and it is very much the last movie. I don't really have much more to say about it, because I think the plot is both not very important, because it's mostly just a really cool spectacle, action, thriller kind of thing. And at the same time, there are a few surprises, and I don't want to spoil how it ends, so we'll just leave it there. Moving on to the casting, though, we have Keanu Reeves, obviously, as John Wick. He is fantastic, does a great job, like he's done in all 4 of these movies. I'm very glad this is his last one. I would like to see him start doing some other stuff. He's been Neo in The Matrix, he's been comedy, he's been John frickin' Wick. You don't fuck with John Wick. The high table keeps fucking with John Wick. You don't do that, people. We got Donnie Yen as Kane. He does a really good job. I actually really liked how they did the blind assassin thing. There was this really cool scene where he's running through this area and he plants all these like motion detectors. And each one of them has a doorbell chime, but it's a slightly different pitch. So he plants them all throughout there as he's walking. Some people and waits around the corner, and some people come out there, and he's just listening for the chime so he can know when to shoot. And it's just these really cool, like, how would a blind assassin work? It's like, this is how. I thought it was really good. I think it was really cool. He borders on being superhuman, but that's like every single person who fights in this film. Seriously, every person in this film is like a badass to the 9th degree. It's great. We got Bill Skarsgård as the Marquis Vin de Gramont. He is basically the overseeing villain. He's the smug one. You kind of like Kane, but you don't like the Marquis. As for the rest, you got recurring casts. Lawrence Fishburne as the Bowery King. You got Ian McShane as Winston Scott. He was the manager of the secret hotel Neutral Ground. And his concierge, Lance Reddick. They are both good in this. You got a few other people. For the most part, that's basically all the big names in this. All in all, I think the cast is really good. They're all doing their great jobs. But the thing with John Wick is, it's not really the actors that make it. Now, granted, the first movie had that really good villain, and like the dad of that pompous, rich, spoiled brat, who was like, "You do not fuck with John Wick." And the problem I run into with the John Wick franchise, like, I like the John Wick movies. I think they're all pretty good. But whenever I try and think of like memorable moments, I think of John Wick 1 for the most part, with all its famous lines about, he killed John Wick's dog and stole its car. It's like, I understand. And it's just, whenever I try and think of any of the other movies, I think of the horse riding scene, a few of the stunts from John Wick 2. And that's what this movie feels like. It feels like more John Wick 2. And I'm fine with that. This is good. The action scenes are very well done. The director really knows what he's doing. This is by Chad Skoleski. Great job all around. The writing's solid. I think most of the dramatic moments land there. There's some very interesting and inventive parts of the secret underworld. I like they kept the High Table mysterious. We never really meet all the members. I think we only meet like one other member of the High Table. And I think we've met like one or two other members of the High Table before. But they're mostly this nebulous force that just makes these rules. All in all, I liked it. I thought it was pretty good. So, here's the awkward part. There's not really a lot of substance. Like, there are some underlying symbolisms about grief or redemption, and, you know, if you can ever really redeem when you go so far. But at the same time, the John Wick movies are, at their core, the platonic ideal of an action movie for me. They are pure style. And that's not a bad thing. Quite frankly, it can be a very, very good thing if you do it right, and John Wick is very much the kind of movie that does it right. And I love it. So, in conclusion, Keanu Reeves is amazing in the role. I think the director did a great job. The series is ending, so we're not going to worry about going on forever. And I like the John Wick movies, so if you like John Wick, you'll like this too. Or if you like John Wick 2, you'll like this as well. Because John Wick 1, I feel like, is a much better movie than the rest of them. That's just my personal opinion. I know a lot of people who love John Wick 2 a lot. But I think John Wick 1 had a lot more emotional stakes to it. And in general, it had a more satisfying standalone movie conclusion, just in my personal opinion. So, I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10. It's an excellent movie. I just don't think it's like a perfect movie. Will I watch it again? Most certainly. I'll probably breeze through the entire John Wick movies all at once. The really cool thing about these movies in general is just that they're all in such a short time frame. I think the whole series takes place over the course of like a month or two max. So, yeah, that's basically it. Moving on from there, we're going to get into the announcements. Because, again, I don't really have much else to say about this movie. It's pretty good. Action's great. So, yeah. First up on the docket, we have 2 books coming up for review. Dragon's Promise and Crystal Calamity Book 2, Battles of Medicine Rocks. I have not finished the Dragon's Promise yet. I still have a few more chapters on that. I should be finished with Crystal Calamity Book 2 by the time this review goes up, so I should hopefully be working on either that for this weekend or our next thing. And our next thing is our video game reviews. Now, I have started a new game. It's called Dredge. It's this really cool fishing, Lovecraftian horror game that I think you guys are really going to like if you watch me on stream. I'm going to be streaming that. I'll be streaming it some more Thursday. If this comes out Thursday before or after I stream, it might be coming out before, it might be coming out after. It just depends on how it goes. This week has been a little weird. And I will also most likely be continuing to stream it on Tuesday and Thursday of next week if I don't finish it this week. So, look forward to that. In addition, I have my review of Hi-Fi Rush coming out soon. I have been doing a bit more playthroughs of the game. I have some more footage, so I'm going to have to go through that again and sit down with my review and really get my final thoughts in order so I can record for that. So, looking for that sometime. I don't think that'll be the review this weekend. I really do think it's going to be the book reviews, but look out for that just in case. In addition, we have a bunch of movies coming up. First up, next week on Monday, I'm going to go see Shizumi. It's going to be this interesting, weird, sci-fi, fantasy, maybe sort of thing. I'm not really sure on a lot of the details, just that there's a door sitting in the middle of a ruined city that leads to an alternate reality or something. It's an anime movie, so it's going to be weird regardless. In addition to that, I still have to go see Shazam 2. I still have to go see Scream 6. Not to mention the new Guardian movies are coming up, so look forward to all of those sometime in the future. Finally, when it comes to TV shows, The Last of Us Season 1, I'm probably going to review eventually, but the thing I am definitely going to be making a review for in the next week or two is the Owl House finale, because Owl House is one of my favorite shows. I have not yet seen the finale. I know it came out earlier this week. I've been trying to avoid spoilers because I want to sit down and watch all 3 in once when I have some time, so try and see if I can do that sometime this weekend. And I might be waiting till my friend can do it, but he's not going to be available this weekend. We'll have to see. But I am definitely reviewing that once I've watched it, because that show deserves more press. Because Disney just throws it onto YouTube and doesn't tell people. Like, I didn't even know it was coming out today, because I just wasn't paying attention to the news for a little while. I'm like, oh yeah, it's out today. It's like, okay, sure. That just popped in my subscription feed. This shouldn't be like a YouTuber dropping videos, Disney. And it's not even on Disney Plus yet. Like, Disney, get your shit together. Sorry, I just had to say that. Anyway, moving on from there, let's go ahead and go to the outro. So, you should be seeing the subscribe, or go to the channel, click on it, find another video, subscribe, it'll be great. You also got a video that YouTube recommends you go check out, and all the videos I've made for this year. So yeah, let's check it out, maybe you'll find something else you like. See you guys next time. Bye.